Hello, welcome back. Last time we did some rhymes and what I suspect is the last elevator puzzle. So now there's something interesting going on. Is it here? No. Ooh, fact or fiction? Okay, that's interesting. Two connections. Did I ever notice this was here? Maybe. Anyway, I'm here at point of no return. Doing something with some sort of playback sequence. Begin, end, play button. Okay. Well, there's the play button. Bridge is kind of creepy. Let's jump as to land you on the end exactly. Think about which tile will get you there. I'm assuming I can. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Reorder the pieces of the walkway so itchers can cross from begin to end while landing on each square exactly once. Last remaining square eliminated. Door right hand side open. Sure. Okay. Looks pretty simple. So, now what does forward 4 do? Does it like consume one of these and leave the tile, or what? Interesting. Aw, sorry, Itris. And she just climbed right back up to try again. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that's where she fell. Okay, so forward 4, with the back 3 there, I feel like this spacing between these two is pretty good. I would need to address a bunch of other stuff. So I can never have something like, say, that 3 pointing at that 3. That will end up with a hole in one of the spots or another. Okay, so the base state is like that. The last one. Okay, so let's start with something valid pointing at the end. There are no forward 1s. There is a forward 1. So this could be a valid end, but that cannot be... Okay, yeah, so I can turn this into a constraint puzzle and solve it that way. Alright, so this cannot go here. I need something else. And that something else has to include, for example, this could be a valid end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other options. And yeah, that's valid with the other item in it. This, for example, would not be if I had another... Well, I mean, this is invalid anyway. But even if it wasn't... Oh, that doesn't land there anyway. Okay, so it would have to be then... What, this? This I can see as invalid because of the 4 here. Well, do you have to land exactly on the end? It doesn't say exactly on the end, does it? Yes. Relling does. The instructions don't, but Relling clarifies. Okay. So, this is invalid because 4 would land here past the end. I had a valid one a moment ago. Which one was it? Like, not that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that. So if I had a back 3 right there, well, it could be a back 4. Then a back 3, then a forward 4 after that, like, what, this? Okay, so I think that's a valid end, maybe. I'll explore other options if this doesn't work out, but just working backward from this looks promising. So... yeah, but this is never landed on, so no. Yeah, so this was the farthest back that I looked. Forward 2. Everything downstream of there works. But it also skips a bunch of stuff. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, there's a lot that doesn't work about this. So anyway, the valid ones that land on the end. Right, I already looked at and discarded that. Not that. So you cannot be the end piece. Yeah, so I can just eliminate these by anything that's bigger than its last forward, if that makes sense. So what about this for an end? Back 1, forward 2, okay. Forward 3 onto the 1, okay. So then chain backward from there and somehow use the back 3. Could I get a forward 2 in this spot? Nope. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. A forward 1 would land on that 3 nicely. How does it work with everything else? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I like that. I need a forward 3 here, possibly. Or a forward 4 here, which I have. But these are pointing at each other, so that's invalid. Well, there's another way to get a forward 4 there. Could that work? So if I land here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. Okay, yeah, so going backward. This is the end. I get here from there. I get here from there. I get here from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, here. So I don't know what I'm doing with these 3. How do all those evaluate? So let's say I entered at this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, that's the end. Let's say I entered at this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Two things lead to the same place. Not valid. Could this work? I don't think so, right? So that's an end. 2, 3. Aha! So land on this 3, and how does that work for everything? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this and that are used up, and everything left of there is. Where was I? Not so good because I skip a lot of stuff. Okay, lots of considerations here. I could also just play with this. I could also work at it from the beginning. Let's try that angle. But first, okay, so which ones are strictly invalid to have at rightmost? This one must go at the rightmost here. And that's if you are the exiting tile. This one is invalid to have rightmost. At the rightmost, you could go here. But that's invalid because that's the only one wide, and it doesn't... Okay, so the two of the 3 wides... All of the 3 wides cannot go at the end. Could you go 1 from the end? Yes, so 3 plus 3 minus 3 plus 2 can go 1 from the end with this here. I had some problems upstream of this. But the downstream is good as long as I enter it by landing on this. Okay, looking at the other tiles. This could go... Alright, so I'll undo in a moment. I think that's a valid arrangement, technically. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no. If you're pointing backward... Okay, so to get here, I come from I don't know where, but I just need to spend like all the rest of this before that. So that gets out of the area without having spent the 2. So the 2 would have to be spent separately. So I would land there. No, that's no good. right? No, hang on. If I start at the -2, okay, so if I land on the -2, it goes here, 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 out of there. Then the +2, for example, would land me here. That part's good, but how would I land on the -2? In this arrangement, the only thing that could do it is that, and that's not compatible with the rest of my stuff. That puts a 4 pointing at a 4. Okay, so none of that is any good. So where was... This was the last valid-looking one. So I can't just try things if I'm going end to begin. If I work at it from the other end, then experimentation is on the table. I'm not ready to do that yet, though. I like to predict. Okay, so how was it if I land on... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. That looks... All of that looks pretty good. So everything from here resolves if I land on this -2. But two things resolve to the same place, right? Is that what I'm seeing? So this 4. Yeah, so that 4 leads to the end eventually. This 4... Right. The landing here is... landing here skips that, so that's no good. This tile definitely cannot be here with this arrangement. Could I do it this way? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2. Wait. No. No. No, I need to land here, and there isn't a way to... Wait. So I need to land here? Only way I'm currently seeing to do that is what, like this? Don't like what I'm seeing. Okay, so what did I learn? The only 3 wide that can go all the way right is none of them. No 3 wide can go all the way right. Yeah, all of those are invalid at the rightmost position. So the rightmost tile is 2 wide or thinner. Of the 2 wides, that's invalid. That's invalid. Of the 2 wides, it can only be this one. All right, so the last tile is one of these 2 red ones. Or both of them. Well, no, it can't be both. All right, so one of these all red tiles is the last one. Nothing that includes any forward can be last. So I am jumping to the end with a minimum of 2 jumps. I could do that, or I could do something else. So let's look at the start. Starting things that are valid, not this, and not this. So neither of these can be at the start. So I'm just going to sort these to the end. All right, so looking at what I've done, let's sort things by proximity. This also cannot go... So it can't go there, like, okay. Just, let's imagine. 2, 3, 4, no. No. That's invalid. Okay. So yeah, I mostly want rightward ones at the beginning, and I mostly want leftward ones at the end, except I do need one somewhere in this area that jumps here. So the rightward ones... Let's see how that goes. I got a 2 pointing at a 2. Right, of course, this is the wrong thing here. In order to make it the right thing, it would have to be that. This cannot be on the left. This cannot be on the left, this cannot be on the left. So all of the 3 wide ones are in the middle. No 3 wide touches an edge. So the first one can only be one of these 2. All right, first one is either one of those. Yeah, first one is one of the all cyans. Last one is one of the all reds. Is there a -1 this could land on? There is. But that's no. Do I want this -2? Okay, so let's say I started with those. That would use this 3. Go back, use this 4. This one is spent. But then how am I getting back to this? I need another -3. Okay, here's one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm spending this 3 before the 1. That's invalid. All right, there's another one that is 4 forwards. Wait. Do I have a valid end? Right now I don't, not with this. I should put a valid end on this before I go any farther. That would require... Wait, if this is here... Hang on, can this be on the right? Is there any piece that makes that possible? I think this one, if like both of those... Okay, so if the 2 wide red is all the way on the right, does the 1 wide red have to be immediately left of it? Is there any other way this could resolve? I would need a forward 3 at the right edge of something, and that doesn't exist. So no. So the only possible... So there are 2 possible things for that. Either this, which points a 4 at a 4. Okay, so then this could be valid, right? 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I'm any of that 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Then there's no way you're getting to this 4. No. So I think that means this doesn't go all the way right. Because there's just nothing that resolves past that as far as I can see. Wait, hold on. Why is this invalid? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's not necessarily invalid, right? I can't immediately see what's invalid about this arrangement, so let's go with it for the moment. So the double 4 to the right. Could land on a -3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nope, not with that there, because I'm spending this before this, and that's no good. So if I had a 2 wide somewhere in this, well, then I just took it out of the position that was required for the end. Okay, I don't like what's happening downstream of here. I'm going to say this is the end one. And that can't be next. It could be this. Yes, I like that. Okay, that feels like the most encouraging ending. So then with the pieces that remain over here, let's try and make something work with one of these 2. Either of these has to be the first. So if it's the 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4s are pointing at each other. So I would need this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm skipping forward and never using up this thing. Doesn't look encouraging. I don't like this. Let's do it that way. 1, 2, 3. -2. Can't have the -4 there. Is there another -2 in a good spot like this? Well, yeah, that looks healthier, maybe. I need a -3 here. Here's one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. But then I got the 1 pointing at it. Yeah, I've had this before. Okay, so this arrangement's invalid. Then you're going forward. What does this actually do right now? Clank. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how to resolve this further than I have. Like, I have some vague heuristics, but I need a very specific solution here. Clicking the name of that does nothing. I mean, I know what can't go in some places, but there's a lot of unknown in the middle that I don't know how to resolve. But there's like pairs of pieces that work reasonably well with each other. Okay, so let's focus on those. So if my initial entry is into this, I would want a +2 in this location. No +2 exists unless... No, it really does not. Okay, well, it doesn't have to be a +2. It could be something else. Could it be a -4 if there's a +4? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not so bad, but then how are you landing here? You're not. Okay, how are you landing here if this is the last 2? Can't have that because 2 things are pointing... Yes, so no 2 things can point at the same... Ah. No 2 numbers can point at the same number. Now that's a good constraint. So could I then just start with 3's in the middle, cyans on the left, reds on the right, and resolve any 2 numbers that are pointing at the same number? Yeah, exactly 1 number has to point at each number. So this is a +1. This is the end. So let's do it this way. Where are... Okay, so what is pointed at by what? You are pointed at by 1 thing. You are pointed at by 1 thing. You are pointed at by 0 things. So my first problem occurs right here. To point at you with something, I need a +1 here. Okay, that's valid. Are there other ways in which this is invalid? Okay, so you are pointed at by now 0 things. So that invalidates that because I needed that 4 here. And there's no other way, is there, to resolve that you're pointed at by nothing, right? There's one other. Oops. That gives you a pointer. Well, there are 2 others. Okay, one of those 2 could point at this. But I need at least 1 at leftmost. But maybe this could be valid. Okay, so pointed at by 4. And I only need to look up to 4 away. Pointed at by this 4. Ah, pointing at each other. No, that's 5. Wait, hang on. What are you pointed at by? Nothing. Previously it was... Wait. When was this valid? No, you're pointed at by the 1. You're pointed at by the 1. Right. Look left and right. Okay. Pointed at by 1 thing. Pointed at by 1 thing. All right. Cyans on the left. Pointed at by 1 thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So just... There's a mechanical way to do this. For every number, count upward, left, looking for this color, and see if something within 4 matches. count upward right, looking for this color, and see if something within 4 matches. That's how I evaluate. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I found a cyan 4 in that process. And there's nothing to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not find a cyan 4. 1 did find a red 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Found a cyan 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not find a red anything. Okay, so right pointer. 1, 2, 3, 4. None. 1, 2, 3, 4. Found one. But I know this is invalid because I got both of these packed into the middle. But where is this going to not resolve? So, red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Found. Cyan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not found. Good. Red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not found. Cyan. 1, 2, 3. Found. Okay? You. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not found. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not found. So if that's invalid, who was it? Was it you? No, you found one. It was one of these. Was it you? Yeah, so this right here is the first invalid one. Good, because I didn't want this here anyway. Now that means that has some implications. First of all, let's see if I could do that, and I'm just going to put that over there because if one of these is used, the other one has to be at the start. So the farthest away effect from that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, would be here. So I don't have to evaluate anything from, wait, yes I do. Well, because that's state of 4, I don't. Yeah, I was switching this number. All right, so evaluate from 4 away from the last number changed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm starting here. Pointed at by red. 1, 2, 3, not found. Cyan. 1, 2, 3, 4, not found. So this is also invalid. Checking you. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4 from last difference. Red, not found. Cyan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Would need a 4 there. Only these can carry that, therefore this arrangement is invalid. Okay, cool. So I have a mechanical way to verify, which I'll have one like that. Wouldn't it be funny if this was a solution? It's not. Alright, yeah. So mostly just search and doing what forward reasoning I can, but there's only so much. I just need something in the middle. Number of combinations. There are 7 tiles. That's well, it's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, 28. Okay, so 28 possibilities. If I wanted to brute force, that's how much effort that would take. It's plus, not times, right? I think so. That sounds right. Triangle numbers, I think those are called. Anyway, so if that evaluated to invalid, what was the first one that was invalid now? I don't know, there's kind of a lot of information I have to keep because, like, my validity moves upstream, well, downstream, because I'm going backwards. Upstream to downstream. And it's so easy to lose track. Okay, I don't like this method. Let's try a different one. How much of the leftish stuff does this resolve? That goes right way too fast. So let's try and not have it go right so fast. Okay, that fell down. I don't think I like these two right next to each other. Let's try in the other order. And with a 3 wide next to it. Okay, so what 3 wide could go here? Not this one. This cannot go... Okay, so I know this is farther right than the second tile, because that 3 would point at the starting square and 2 things are pointing at it because this is a +1. So this tile does not go there. I don't have a way to mark it, but just 3 minus 3, 2 doesn't go here. That one's decent, but then I need a back 3 right in this spot, which I could have. Okay. So the forward solve. I liked a lot of that, so the first 4 got cleared out. Yeah, and then I messed with this 4, so I would like this to land on a... Ooh, something impossible, huh? If I'm landing on this 4 with those things left of it, I'm never getting back. For what, that? No, I mean for this one? This 3's got 2 things pointed at it. Wait, no. Yes, it's the 1 and this 4. So if both of those, this can't be a -3. If this can't be a -3, then how am I getting here? I don't think I am. Okay, 3 minus 3 plus 2 cannot go here. This one, I wasn't feeling it. This one also can't. Wait, okay. No, this is very good. Okay, so I have 2 3-wide tiles that cannot go 1 over from the leftmost. Right, because nothing can point at the first thing, or the 0th thing, because 0 is invalid, and... what does Itrus do if I send her there? Can I make that happen? Just landing right back at the beginning. I want to see this now. This is my mission. But getting anywhere specific is going to be tough. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, but then that's a 2. Is that the only -3 that I can put here? Okay, well now hang on, but I've done this. Yeah, okay, just what you'd expect. Anyway, so those go in that general area, but not like that. This and this. Okay, so these are in the middle. And I know that these 2 cannot be here in this position. So neither of these can be in the second position, because both would point back at this space or this space, which already has something pointed at it that's immutable. Okay, so neither of these are here. If this one was here, 1, 2, 3, 4, then I would clearly prefer that, because that consumes the first tile, and otherwise I don't think I'm doing that. Just to see, could it be valid to have this tile here? The next one would have to be one of these 2. Or one of these. Can't be this. This also cannot be in that position. This could be. Okay. Gonna put that there for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna need some backwardness at some point. Got 2 things pointing at this 4 right now. How am I getting to that 4? That's my next concern. So going left to right, from this 4, I want to return here. So I want you to land on what, a -3? Like that? No, I don't. I want a -2. Because I want to land on this -1. Then I gotta get to this 4 here, which I think I do like that. Alright, how are we looking? 1, 2, 3. So clearly 2 things are pointing at this -2 right now. I think I missed with my -3. There's another one. it's in the correct position now. Hey! Okay, I liked a lot of what happened there. So I'm going to say these first 3, possibly the first 4, are correct. Just because so much of that results. So downstream of here, when did you first interact with something that was not one of the first 4? From that 4 to this 2 forward. Okay. And I know you're invalid in that position. So the only possibly valid arrangement is that one, and let's just see if it resolves. Just by like narrowing my possibility space, I had exactly one swap I could do that could maybe resolve. It does not. Okay. My next suspicion is that this one is wrong, because I can't change anything else over here. Okay, so then this one is probably wrong. Let's swap it for the other 3. 3 wide, that is. Then I don't return to this -4. Or did I have it like that? Yeah, as much as this erases, I don't think I can resolve it from here, right? Because, again, all I can do to change this is that, and that's no good. So instead, I think I need to discard this whole branch and look elsewhere, right? If I'm discarding that, what does that mean? Let's look for a way to use this 4 that doesn't involve putting the 1 here. I could have a 2 wide and go backward 3 into it, but that's a lot of cyans that need to be used up, and I don't have enough reds to make that happen. There's no way. Yeah, so my like cyan-red balance is too heavily cyan here. Also, this is definitely wrong. If this is here, what's the thing that needs to go next to it? That? I think so. Yeah, so let's make sure the end, like, last 2 are valid before doing other things. That's not necessarily invalid, because I got 1 pointing at the end, and I got none pointing at each other. And that's the only one that does those 2 things together. Okay, so you 2 are locked in place then with what I'm experimenting with here. This, like, having both of these next to each other at the start is almost definitely wrong. If I put this thing... where? If I could get a -3 there, that would involve taking this out of its place. So I can't, right? And is that what I already did? How did I... what, like this? Yeah, I think that's what I already tried, but it didn't resolve. And I know it can't because the ending is invalid now. Okay, so then the next thing to change is to not use the 4-4 at the start. Let's use the 3-4. And that's going to be easier. But part of the point of the exercise I just did was to show that this doesn't go at the start. And I successfully showed that, I think. So +3. I would like a -2 to be here. I can accomplish that that way. -2 + 4. I would like a -3 to be here. Since you're free, and I don't need the end to be as it is, I can accomplish that with this. However, now I have 2 things pointing at this -3. That one and that one. And there isn't another -3 I can use. Okay, so that doesn't seem healthy. Then instead of the -2 here, it can't be this -3. That feels real bad. Again, too much cyan there. Like I'm just never resolving that much of that stuff. The leftmost position this could go in is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this could not go any farther left than these two columns together. So it points at that and this, which I kind of like, actually. Oh. Some of this is pretty healthy. What does this do exactly? Ah, well. Right up until there. Right, I can never have more than 4 of one color in a row. Well, I can never have as much as 4 of one color in a row. Okay, so this is too much of the same color. All these constraints, but again, oh, and also I've used both of the pieces that must go on the right. What does this look like? You just skip too far ahead and the end's not open. Looking at the angle you traveled there, is that giving me a hint? Because you're going to bump your head if you're jumping with just 2 here at the end. You need like a low jump, a long jump, a 4 or a 3, maybe only a 4. Or maybe the head bumping doesn't matter. But I wonder if that's like a soft clue that 2 pointing here is wrong. Anyway, okay, so if I know I can't have 4 of the same color in a row, then I know that between these 2 at the left has to be some red. And that's what I already presumed. So not this one. Not this one. Therefore, it's this, this, or this. Okay, so one of these 3 tiles is second. Okay? Which one do I like best? Not this one. Okay, so one of these 2 tiles is the second one. One of these 2 tiles is the second one. Which one? Don't like it in this order. If I went in that order, I really want to land on a red 3 here, and that's how I would do that, if I did that. That looks good. Oh, the things went away. I guess this is the solution. And yeah, low jump. You still kind of scraped your tendrils a little bit on the corner, but that worked. Okay, I accept that solution. Yeah, so just like evaluate constraints, see what must be until I get close enough to something that just sort of happens to do it. Not the cleanest way to solve that, but I'm not entirely convinced there is a cleaner one. A lot of these puzzles are sort of just a toy to play with. Did you have another way? Just like how Idris has another way to solve all the elevator puzzles. Maybe not. Oh. All right. That's a lot of... and a question mark? Oh no, one of these. Another memory allocator. All right. You gonna scold her for saying lady? No. It just gets away with it. Yeah, so that hallway led straight here. There's just, we're in a little alcove with nowhere to go, huh? But the reset button went away! It hid down at the bottom of the screen. No, not the memory banks again. Okay. I don't know what alphabet that is. Is that just an @ sign that's funny shaped? That's like backward if it is. Alright, so a new thing here. At some point I am in that position. Top secret area. System failure, sorry. Looks like this. That's another letter in extend filled out. Great. Okay. Alright, yeah, so we're getting down to the tough ones, or at least the time-consuming ones. Sure. Okay, well, I want to finish this branch because this is clearly the end. Then I'll probably go to fact or fiction. Yeah, so when I finish a branch, I go to the leftmost unsolved one, then continue until I reach an end, which this almost has to be because those lines are going through there. Hang on, where are the rest of the puzzles going then? Like, what are open spots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do any of them overlap paths? Well, where they branch, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are open spaces that don't have paths drawn to them already. This one's still weird. It has two things pointing at it. Do they like both unlock? Or maybe I had to do both of these in order for this to become available. Anyway, but next time we're doing Jog Your Memory. I'll see you then.